Yes, it's Nikki from Purple Patch Fishing, and yes, I'm going fishing. I had to come down to Geelong, so I'm not going to miss the opportunity to have a bit of a fish down here. I've got the travel rods in the car, because you never know when you're going to need a rod. And first port of call is to call into the local tackle shop, and then remember to like the video, remember to subscribe. Let's go fishing! Okay, we've come down to Complete Angler in Geelong. As you can see, it's very windy and noisy. We're going to see if these guys can put us onto some yellow-eyed mullet and hopefully maybe some gar as well. Okay, so we've called into Complete Angler. We're going to catch, we're aiming for some yellow-eyed mullet, maybe some garfish. So we've called in here to get some advice from Lachlan. So Lachlan, I've got some tuna oil.
Tuna oil, split shots, split shots. Got different sizes and all that kind of stuff. So you need different sizes to suit the float that you want to use. Especially if you want to get your bait out as well too, and make sure that the float balances quite nicely as well. So obviously you got some small floats for your mullet. Obviously you don't want to go too heavy on the split shot, so you go for a nice small one. Obviously small hooks, so you go for a size 10 or 12. Even that's in a long shape, but you can go for a needle size hook, which is about that much smaller. Then we come to a pencil float. So pencil floats are probably the #1 thing for garfish, not to mention mullet. Mullet will come through and actually grab your garfish bait quite on common occasions. But the perfect thing about this is pencil float will sit in the water, but when the fish actually grabs the bait, they're not going to feel the resistance, as opposed to your traditional float. They're more likely to actually feel the resistance on it. So, but yeah,
and that should help with casting too.
Casting, they're a lot nicer to cast with. So yeah, because they've got a nice bit of weight on the bottom of it as well too. So it will track through the air quite nicely. But yeah, just run your line through here. You can put float stoppers around here just so you can keep it, so you can adjust it so it doesn't stuff up your line too much. Or you can do a couple of loops around and then just straight through, so you can still adjust it that way. And then obviously run it straight down to here. Run 1 or 2 split shots. And then you just run your long shake straight down to here, and then you just put a bit of silverfish, maggots or prawns. And the other trick is as well too, this is a good one, take off the cap and dunk your bait into the tuna oil.
Good trick. Let's do that.
So cast it out and then you'll be able to go give it a crack.
Cool, great. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got some stuff. Let's go fishing. Okay, we're here. The boys have at Complete Angler have put us onto a spot. Let's see if we can catch a mullet. Let's go. So my first step is I want to get some burley going to get attract those fish. So I've got a burley pot here. I've got my tuna oil that we picked up from Complete Angler. In there I've got some bread, so just cheap white bread. I've got some pellets and poured some tuna oil. So we're going to get that out before we start fishing while we're rigging up. So hopefully that'll get those fish up towards us when we're ready to go. All right, so I've got I'm using straight through fluorocarbon line. Now I've got the pencil float, so the line sort of threaded along that. Then I've got a split shot there, down to a long shank hook. Now I've just got a little bit of peeled prawn, and I've dunked it in tuna oil just for a little bit of extra lusciousness. And so now I'm just going to cast it out. So I can see actually that the burley pot's working, because I've seen a bit of activity just here, so I don't have to cast out too far. So let's go. Tighten up that drag, that will help a bit. All right. Yeah. Might have just wind it in just a little bit further. And so what I've got to do is just look at that float, because it's a pencil float, it's got to sit upright in the water. So I've just got to look at the angle of it to see if I've got enough split shot on it. If I haven't got enough, it's going to sit on an angle, which I can actually see it is sitting on an angle. So I will bring that in a tick and put another bit of weight underneath just to hold it up like that, just so I can see that strike. Just going to check this one. I did see that float move. Oh yeah. What is it? This is a little... Oh, it's got weed as well. It's a bigger salmon. There we go. Well, I don't think it's that much bigger actually. But, yay, it's a fish. Just getting the other rod fixed up, and I've just seen some swirling around my float. Just lift. No, but I'm going to check my bait. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, just a bit of whip. Oh, there's fish around it. They're having a go. There we go. Yep, I'm on. Oh, now that's a little bit bigger. We'll give him a measure. That might even push 20 centimetres. I'm making a concoction. I've got a little bit of peeled prawn. I've got a little bit of bread that I just squished into a bit of a dough. Put it over there. And I'm going to dip it in the tuna oil. And I'm going to catch a big fish. And again, this is this little concoction that I've done with using a bit of bread as well as the peeled prawn. Dipped it in the tuna oil, and there we go again. It works. Look at that for a big fish. Right up. Look, it's huge. Swim, little baby, swim. Right the other way. Go the other way. Keep swimming back this way. Go the other way. Go the other way. Now he's right. This is a great way to have a fish. It's the key to it though is putting some burley in. Because you're not moving, you want to bring the fish in. So you put a bit of burley and the scent goes out and they can smell it from miles away. So it brings them into you. It's also really good for kids because while you're not, you know, we have seen catching fish this big, kids doesn't matter. Big kids doesn't matter. Just as long as you're catching something. Bit of fun on a Sunday afternoon. I still want to catch a yellow-eyed mullet though. So I'm just using a bit of peeled prawn. It's about 1 centimetre long, just the meat there. So the hook's exposed, and it's been doing the trick, I tell you. I'm only casting within 10 metres of the bank. Don't need to be any further out. Burley pot's only just here, off just a couple of metres in under the water, and there it goes. Oh, had a bite. They're on it. Come on, take it. Hey. Hey. Another little salmon. They're very cute. Stop wiggling. I'll get that. Oh, get that out. And grab that hook because it's just in the corner of the mouth. I don't want to let it swing around too much because I don't want to end up with the hook in my hand. It slips right out. There he is. And back again. Let's catch another one. No, a yellow-eyed mullet. I've gone back to my little concoction. I had just a bit of prawn on. Went quiet, so I put some more bread back on. I'm actually going to also put it into the rod holder. I can just, so I've got one there and one here, so I just sort of watching both floats at the same time. Well, flicking from one to the other. I can't find that one, there it is. And just keep an eye on them and see See which one goes off first. Waiting, the anticipation and watching that float. Waiting for it to go under so that you can lift your rod, you know, you only need to lift it really gently, but oh look, boils, there's fish there. Come on, you can take it now. Oh, bob, there it goes. Nah. So it pulls it away from you. You got to sort of just wait. There it goes again. Is it going to go? There it goes, there it goes. There it goes, it's going to the right, it's going to the right. Lift, yay! That, you've got to be really patient. You can't just strike with these little fish because they're only little mouths. Oh, well, one afternoon, you know, not big fish, but fun little fish to catch. As I was just talking about the anticipation of catching one. I just want to say a huge thank you to Lockie at Complete Angler in Geelong for helping us get the right gear for today. It always helps to call into your local because they know where to fish. They know what gear to use. So, but I think it's time for us to pack up and head back up to the Big Smoke. So I'll end on a good note with a little fish. Well, how much fun was that? We got lots of little salmon. I didn't get a yellow-eyed mullet, but I got salmon and I get to tick that off my list. But Blair got to tick it off the mullet. That just means we have to come back fishing again. Oh well. I'll catch you next time on the water.